And we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Don't wait till the night before Christmas to be good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 103 or 104 or 10 something of the Prehistoric podcast, part 6. Part 6 in the...
We're halfway there.
12. Yeah, we're halfway there in the 12 podcast of Christmas, number 5. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Francois the Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
And I'm alive, awake, aware, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, aware, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, aware. I'm aware, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, aware, enthusiastic.
Now do the... Hey, ooka, chuka, shake a back, camp, shake a back, ooka, chuka, 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 shake a back.
You don't do that.
That's what's it? What is it?
That's not a thing.
Ooga chuga shake a back.
No,
Ooga
you're
chuga
talking
shake a back. We are shake a back.
No, you're
Ooga,
talking.
chuga, chuga.
You're totally wrong.
That's it.
No, we're talking hoikey choikey, hoikey choikey, halama chalama chess, rickety 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 HHS, chicky chaha chaha, Hazlet High School, rah rah rah.
So which part of that did I get wrong?
That it's about Shagabag. Are you being serious or not?
I just didn't remember it at all.
Ookie chookie yalaba chulaba chess.
No, but it's about Hazlet, not Shagabag.
Did Shagaback never run a thing?
Not like that.
We are the kids of Shagaback. Ooh la la,
Oh,
kids of Shagaback.
yeah, there
Ooh
is
la
a
la,
thing
ooh la
there.
la, kids of Shagaback.
How
right?
did you know that even at all? How did
do
you
you
know
know?
that at all?
I don't think that's how it goes. I know we are the kids of Shagabacks in it.
Always winning, always grinning, always feeling fine. I nobody. I guess nobody like us yet.
That's what it is. That's what it was. That's what I was looking for.
Whoa. Jinx, who's who a Coke?
I owe me a Coke.
Okay, today on the pod. Today on the podcast, we're going to discuss
Halama chulaba chess?
who Andrew would what celebrity would most like to be stranded on an island with, and why.
You said trapped on a desert island.
Trapped. Okay, he's trapped on a desert island with his favorites. Not his favorite necessarily. With what celebrity would he want to be trapped with?
For how long?
3 years.
Just 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Just
is a long
3 years?
fucking time.
Well, it's a long time, but it's not forever.
Like,
But
how
it's
long is fucking, what's his Castaway? How long is he
A
on that
year
island?
or
Yeah,
two?
like, he's not there very
by
long.
himself?
Yeah, he's got a volleyball.
Yeah, he's got Wilson.
What kind of a desert island life are we talking? Like, is there some wreckage? Is it a boat or a plane? What do I have to work with here?
Okay.
I'd say Castaway type situation.
No, we're not going to say a plane, though. We're going to say you were cast over the edge of a boat in a bad storm and drifted to the island.
So I got nothing to work with from the vessel.
Clothes on your back.
You're just closing your back. You're stuck in the Caribbean, which is nice. A lot of soft shell crab and stuff if you can catch them.
Hot as hell.
Hot.
I just have the basic skills and knowledge I have now.
Plus a celebrity of your choice.
Well, then I got to, just from a survival standpoint, I got to choose like Bear Grylls or
No Les Shrouds or Bear Grylls or anyone like that.
less Stroud. I choose, yeah.
No, you can't. I'm telling you.
But why? He's also one of my favorite celebrities.
No, but it's got to be like just like a celebrity.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So let's say basic needs are covered. Like don't have to fear for my life.
Oh, yeah.
You have to fear for your life with this person.
With basic... Yeah, they might want to kill you. Who knows? But, I mean, with basic effort put in, you can catch food, get water. Like, you have to put in some effort.
Shelter. Well, yes,
But
of
it's like...
course.
But, like...
It's not a vacation.
But it's not like...
I'm not. It's not. A
But you don't have to
vacation,
fight a
Also,
tiger
like-
every time, right?
Also, like, I read some amazing articles. Like, if you get trapped, like, a genuine being trapped on a stranded island, it's like most of the islands have, like, especially remote ones, have piles and piles of plastics and metals, like, stuff washed up on the beach.
So much shit.
Like there's probably like suitcases and stoves and stuff just on the fucking beach.
Amelia Earhart didn't last
Well,
very
as
long.
long as there's fresh water, decent fresh water, and whatever. Yeah, okay. Basic. I'm not like dying of dysentery situation.
No.
So I have to just spend 3 years with someone.
Also, I don't think you can spend 3 years with Les Stroud.
No. I'd pick someone like probably like a Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
My first instinct is like, do you want a woman so that you can try to woo her
Yeah.
and have sex with her?
3 years is a long time.
Like, do we want to take that aspect out of it? Because it kind of like limits your.
Well,
Natalie
choice
Portman.
to-
I choose Natalie Portman.
I choose Natalie Portman.
for me, like, she's also like hyper intelligent.
That's what
That's
she's got
true.
to fill
Natalie
out.
Portman's a good.
She's
good
intelligent.
choice.
She's funny. She's very attractive.
Yeah, that is a good
I'm
choice.
gonna go with Alec Baldwin because they're not gonna leave one of the Baldwins out there very long. They're gonna find the Baldwins.
Maybe David Fincher. I mean, like, he's probably got some stories cooked up that he could keep me entertained for a long time. And he would be, like, really be able to keep the suspense up, so the stories would be really good. I mean, it's like, it's essentially choosing trying to have sex with somebody that you're attracted to or, like, a novelty person. like,
No,
that's the choice.
I think mine's very brilliant. Other celebrities
Well, no,
get
but you-
lost.
Well, no, like,
No, but the
brilliant
whole
would-
thing is,
brilliant
like, you
would
have to be there for 3 years.
choosing an ex-president, so like Obama.
So,
they're gonna find him.
no, but
No, they don't find Obama.
part of the thing was 3 years. Like, you have to be on the island for 3 years. So no matter if you choose Alec Baldwin, you still have to be on the island for
I
3
guess
years.
so.
Yeah, it's kind of a silly choice.
Yeah,
based
it's like,
on
I
the
don't-
parameters.
Yeah, it's like
Well, you dopes could be there for 3 years. I'm just gonna be there a couple minutes, and then they're gonna the Baldwin special
it's like a
forces.
Kenny versus Spenny loophole.
Yeah.
Who's a celebrity that I like? I'm trying to think of someone like honestly might have some survival skills that are hidden. Not a super pampered Leonardo or a fucking
Leonardo
Robert Downey
DiCaprio
Jr.
was the Revenant. That guy, he
yeah,
fucking
training for that movie.
he went through some shit during the filming of the Revenant.
What about like Jason Momoa? Maybe
I don't know if that guy knows anything.
he might.
He might. He's very strong, at least.
Yeah,
Like Jerry Seinfeld would be the worst. That would be the
He'd
worst.
be useless.
Absolutely.
utterly useless. Yeah.
It's like day 2. It's like, yes, Jerry, you're funny. Shut the fuck
What's
up.
with this island?
Shut up, you
What's with
annoying
coconuts?
piece of
They're
shit.
not cocoa and they're not nuts.
Yeah, Jerry, you're right. I struggle to
think
think
of
of a
a
worse.
celebrity.
Maybe Kramer or any of the cast of Seinfeld, but Jerry out of all of them might be the worst one.
And Chris Brown wouldn't be great.
Oh, I'd finally get to fight that fucker. I'm just on the island for 3 years fighting Chris Brown every day. Me and Chris Brown are on opposite sides.
Brock
of the island.
Lesnar's like a renowned hunter.
Fucking
Well, he is full Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
I couldn't be on an island with Joe Rogan. I don't be on an island with Brock Lesnar.
I couldn't. I don't think I can only hear so much about how chickens are dinosaurs and Alpha Brain is the greatest thing ever. And did you know that DMT will change your life, man? It's like, yes, Joe Rogan, we fucking get it.
Can you imagine if he just like every day it's like, God, if we just had some alpha brain, we would be out of here.
He would be like a practical choice though, because for sure
He would gather everything, and he'd
Yeah.
do it for fun. You wouldn't have to do anything. And he would just keep
Plus,
saying,
like,
"You would
he's-
think,
plus
I only think that meat is good when you hunt it yourself." He's like, I actually prefer this.
he's also genuinely like a nice person. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he would probably like try to make the best of the situation with you. Like he wouldn't be a bad choice. He might get annoying, but I think anyone's gonna get annoying over 3 years if they're only contact. Except for Natalie Portman, she'll never get annoying. I love you, Natalie.
Gary Busey would be a bad one.
Well, he's just fucking straight nuts.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a good one to be on the island with.
I should be able to think of somebody just really celebrity that grow up small town.
Ted Nugent wouldn't be a bad choice. He'd be fucking terrible conversation, but he's also like a survivalist hunter guy.
Yeah, no, Ted's probably not a bad choice. Randy Quaid, that guy has seen some shit.
Randy Quaid.
He's fucking like got some type of terrible mental illness.
Yeah, but he knows how to survive.
I don't know about that.
I'm sure he's learned how to distill whiskey out of anything.
Chevy Chase is a fucking
That
inconsequential
would-
asshole.
That would
Terrible.
suck. That's the one thing. Like Chevy Chase is so awesome in all those like National Lampoon's movies and like all those early stuff, and it's just like everyone. Everyone. Well, I don't. Community's annoying to an extent. Like his character, I think reflects his real self a little bit better. But for everybody who talks about Chevy Chase back in the day, they're like, he's so fucking annoying. He's awful. Everybody hates Chevy Chase. It's like he has his friends, obviously, his group of friends, but even all of them are like, it's like you get to like him, but it's like he's not. We all think he's awesome because of these movies, but it's like apparently he's somebody that's not fun to be around for long stretches.
Okay.
What about Jennifer Lawrence? She probably has some skills from movies, Hunger Games, whatever.
Skills.
And butthole skills.
She's DTF big time. She would probably come on to you after like day 4 or 5.
I feel like if you're on an island do they know that do we know that we're only there for 3 years?
No.
I would say that it's just.
I was gonna say like after a couple of years, whoever you're with, regardless of who it is, probably started looking good. Not so bad, which would help me out a lot, especially if it's Natalie.
That reminds me of that fucked up movie, Passengers.
That was fucked. Yeah, people don't consider how fucked it was that.
He essentially it was like but it was so rapey. It's like he only let her go because he thought she was hot. And so you have to assume then that he wanted to have sex with her. So the only reason he released her is because
got lonely. Like
no, I know he was lonely, but the reason he released her is because in his head he was like, this will eventually lead to sex, consensual sex. Not it's not like he's gonna release her and then rape her, but it's like in his head he released her with the pre notion that it was going to lead to sex.
The only reason that I defend it a little bit is simply because of this. Yes, did he have that thought in his head? Of course. But I firmly believe that it was like an addition to what, like I need to release someone or else I'm going to go fucking insane from being lonely. Yeah. And if I'm going to release someone, I might as well release someone that I could fuck maybe.
Do they ever talk about him why he can't release more? Like, is the whole thing that he does release more than one person just because he feels guilty?
Yeah, he doesn't want
to release anybody else.
Yeah, ruin everyone else's life.
But he ruins her life.
Big time.
Yeah.
But he does give her the option of going back under at the end.
Yeah,
and she chooses not to.
Yeah, but like after being with him for however long.
Yeah, but I mean, then she did have a choice at least in the movie to go back or. Like she had a choice.
Yeah, it's true.
So they do. The movie, had it just been he released her and then that's it, it would have been like, this should be a crime, like punishable by death probably.
Why can't what happens to the captain? He's sick or something.
Oh, because something's fucked with the ship, right? That's the whole deal.
Yeah, they try and
like
wake the captain.
Hit an asteroid field or something.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up. Yeah, and then he's the only one awake. Then he releases her. Then do they release the captain?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he supposed to wake up earlier than everybody or something? I can't remember. But he dies or something. He dies, for sure.
I think he's sick.
Yeah.
Like he wakes up and he has like hibernation sickness or something because they wake him up.
Yeah, something. Who plays the captain?
This black guy?
I can't remember. Fuck,
Idris Elba?
Like, I don't... That's what I would think, but it's like, Idris Elba can't be the sci-fi captain in every film. It's like, who's the captain of the Millennium Falcon? It's Idris Elba, yeah.
When is the next Star Wars movie coming out?
Next year. Probably December next year.
Why are we not getting one every year?
Episode 9. We got Solo this year.
It came out in 2018?
Yeah, summer.
Solo was at the beginning of the year.
So the next one will be episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9.
And that's it. For those.
I doubt it. Movies make buttloads of money. As long as they make money, they're gonna fucking.
Like Ray is done after this.
What about Marvel movies?
Marvel movies. Next one is Captain Marvel. Then it's Infinity War Part 2 or whatever they're gonna call it.
Summer.
Avengers 4, yeah, that's summer. Then it's the sequel to Spider-Man.
Wait, when does Captain Marvel come out?
I want to say like May, June, somewhere in there.
Fuck! Like between James Bond, Star Wars, and the Marvel Universe, you think I'd get a movie every once in a while? Like it's been so long since any of those.
Well, what last year was like movie, constantly.
I think it's just the
When's the
I think
last
it's the
Bond?
seasons. Winters are not.
When was the last Bond?
Oh, well, Bond is a different. Like they come out every like 5 or 6 years. Like it was Spectre, and that was like 2015, I think. So it's been like 3 years since that, and they announced they were doing another one. They're supposed to start filming.
Is it gonna have
Next
fucking
year-
Daniel Craig again?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
He's like wasn't supposed to do Spectre, and he wasn't supposed to do the one before that.
Yeah, I keep saying that. But so yeah, he's doing another one for sure. And they were supposed to start filming beginning of next year, I believe, and Danny Boyle was going to direct it. But then Danny Boyle, creative differences dropped down, so now they're like, I love how with most movies, it's like they push filming back 2 months. James Bond, it's like, we have to push it back a year. It's like, oh, we have to find a new director, push it back a year. It's like every other franchise, it's like Ant-Man, it's like fucking Edgar Wright drops out, immediately find a new director, same shooting schedule. It's like nothing changes. Fucking Justice League, it's like director gets fired before
What's
the movie's
happening with
finished
Guardians
filming.
of the Galaxy?
They haven't announced anything.
Because like, a lot of people came out in support of James Gunn.
They're not going to bring James Gunn back for sure. That
Okay,
won't
what
happen.
happened?
James Gunn tweeted a bunch of shit in like 2001. No, I guess Twitter. So wherever Twitter started.
Like very first year of Twitter, basically.
Yeah. He tweeted a bunch of shit that was
Like off-color jokes.
Joe. Yeah, basically like baby rape jokes and like that kind of shit. Just like really ridiculous stuff. That like anybody, if you're well, us especially, like you're reading it, it's obviously for the shock factor humor, but it's like, and it's stuff that he'd apologized for like 3 times already. But anyway, somebody at Disney found it.
What happened was, he was very anti-Trump, and someone who was pro-Trump went back into his history, found those tweets, and sent them to Disney, and were like, "Here, look at your boy, who's fucking on your team, basically."
And it was like in the span of like 24 hours, he was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to be one of the next movies too. I think it was supposed to be right after Spider-Man.
The guy who plays Drax said he won't play Drax if James Gunn's not back on the film. So he's like yeah,
Batista?
yeah. He's like, if I have fuck you money, like I have enough money and I support James Gunn, and I'm not gonna come back if James Gunn isn't back.
So
They 100% won't bring him back.
they can't now. He just signed a deal with Warner Brothers to direct the next Suicide Squad movie, so now it's a conflict of interest. So he can't now. He's with Warner Brothers now. So, but Marvel said that they're going to use the
They're
James
gonna
Gunn.
make another Suicide Squad. It might be
Apparently,
good
it's
now.
like a reboot. Like they're gonna just. I think all these the DC movies you see coming out after Aqua, like they're actually being pretty smart about
They
it.
just like dump
The
everything.
way no, they're
everything.
actually being smart. The way that they're doing it is they're trying to salvage what worked. Wonder Woman, that's it.
Aquaman
So-
maybe.
And I am super excited for Aquaman. I think it looks awesome. But
I hope it doesn't.
But it might suck. That's the thing. So if Aquaman sucks, then it's like literally just Wonder Woman is key is what we're keeping. But at least that's what. At least they're not scrapping everything.
Like Superman's done. That guy.
Yeah, apparently Henry Cavill. We'll never see Henry Cavill play Superman again. Apparently.
Good.
and
Ben Affleck Batman. Nope. Although apparently he's still involved in the Matt Reeves movie. But they've been talking about that for like 3 years now, so I don't know what's going on with that thing.
Well, there's a Joker movie coming out.
Yeah, that's for sure coming out. They filmed.
and who is
Joaquin
Joker?
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker.
So what?
Joaquin.
It's
What
set,
happened
set
to-
in the 80s. It's not in this continuity. It's a completely separate, standalone thing.
They're just.
I think
they're
DC
fucking the pooch. They're
D-
fucking the pooch.
I know. I think what DC's doing now is they just decided we're screwing this universe building thing. It failed miserably. We're not doing that. Now it's just everything's going to be a standalone film. Like this Aquaman does
So Justice
attach, but it's
League-
like this Aquaman will not make reference to anything that happened in Justice League or any of that crap. It's just going to try to be its own thing.
I actually kind
Wonder-
of like Justice League.
Wonder Woman, yeah, that's fine. I
was
also
okay.
don't hate it. But it's just like it's not good enough. It doesn't. Justice League is what is supposed to be the best thing ever, and it wasn't that. Even
Oh, the other
nearly.
one. The other one that looked good. What's that? The funnier one.
Oh, Shazam.
Shazam. That looks good.
Shazam looks good too. But yeah, you can see how it's like everything looks
Standalone.
like it's its own thing.
Which
And then-
Okay, so
I mean, fair
Suicide
enough,
Squad's recast.
What is?
Suicide Squad.
We haven't really heard anything. They said it's going to be essentially like James Gunn is writing the script. He's directing. He's doing everything from.
They get really-
They're going to try to recapture the Guardians of the Galaxy.
They
That
got
pisses
with
me off
Suicide
so
Squad.
much because Guardians of the Galaxy was one of my favorite things in the Marvel universe because of James Gunn and what he did with it. And now the third one's gonna suck. Like they shouldn't even make it. Like don't even make it.
Well, if they
Don't
use
bother.
a script, like maybe it's got something.
It's like if
You find a director with some stylistic flair who's good. You do the script. It's just like with the backs, with going into it,
also with a new Drax.
the baggage. I really doubt Dave Bautista would.
He came
would
out
say
and
no.
in several interviews and was like,
I know
do it.
because it's very fresh right now, but like in 2 years, and it's like we'll give you $100,000. It's like, okay, you convinced me.
I don't know if Disney's gonna do it though. Like they're probably pretty pissed that he was vocally against them. Disney's the kind of corporation that's like, okay, fuck you then. We'll get someone else for pennies on the dollar.
They could, yeah. I mean, like I imagine if they do a third one, I think Dave Bautista will be in it. I don't even know if they're gonna do a third one though. Like they haven't said that they're for sure doing a third one. Like nothing is.
The second one does kind of
confirmed,
sort of.
Yeah, and you could wrap up a lot of stuff. Well, I guess they're already finished writing and filming, so there's who knows
When's the
what
next
they're gonna do.
Deadpool come out?
Avengers 4. They haven't even said if they're doing another one.
They're gonna do another one.
Fox is bought by Disney, so if Disney wants to keep doing that, but it's like Disney has to want to. The thing is, like, logic would dictate that Disney will want to crush everything that Fox did and start all their own stuff new again. So, I mean, like, it would be smart for them to keep the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and do something subversive and funny, but who knows? They don't do rated R shit.
Disney having that much control is not good.
Okay, I have a question.
Disney having that much monopoly
Is Marvel Studios Disney?
Yes.
Yeah.
Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns just about more than half of the next 3 years of theatrical release is owned by Disney.
And it's just like more studios need to start releasing better content. Like, it's just Sony and Warner Brothers have just been releasing such shit
garbage
for so long that it's like Disney is good.
Okay, so
it's
they
always
own
good.
the MCU completely.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to scrap the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No. That's not what I'm saying. So the whole thing was when Disney bought. So Marvel in the '90s wrote comic books. They were on the precipice of bankruptcy. They sold a bunch of film rights to all their characters to all these studios, Warner Brothers, Universal, all these things. So like then all these movies came out in the early millennia, like Blade and Spider-Man and X-Men and the Hulk and like by all these different studios.
You had different.
But Marvel had a few characters still that they didn't sell the rights to, or that they were getting back because nobody was using them. And then at one point, I don't know if it wasn't Kevin Feige, but it was like a Universal exec or somebody went up to the Marvel guys and were like, "We're gonna give you a loan for like a couple $100 million, and you guys are gonna use that to make the first. You guys are gonna make a movie with it." And then Marvel's like, "If that," and then they said, "We're gonna take on all the risk." This whatever guy said, "We're gonna take on all the risk. So if the movie flops, no skin off your back. Marvel won't fold as a company. But if the movie is successful, then we start talking about creating a studio and creating this thing." So it took a long time. This was in talks since like 2004 or something. Then 2008, they released Iron Man 1.
Smash.
Boom.
Hit.
Huge hit. Didn't cost a lot of money. Made a ton of cash. Marvel Studios was formed already, but now it's an after that actual thing. Universal was making a Hulk movie at the time. Marvel talked to Universal and said, "Hey, let's connect these two movies." Robert Downey Jr. shows up in the Hulk movie. Boom, Marvel Cinematic Universe created. Marvel says we're making Iron Man 2. We're gonna do Thor. We're gonna do Captain America. And then Kevin Feige cheekily says, "We got him. If we're doing all these movies, we're obviously gonna lead up to the Avengers." So all this happens, but that's only with the characters that they have the rights to.
They don't have X-Men.
Right now, they don't have Spider-Man. They don't have Not right now, sorry, but at the time, they don't have Spider-Man. They don't have X-Men. They don't have Fantastic Four. Bunch of their big. They don't have the Hulk even. Universal still has the rights. There's a distribution thing. They work out with that. So later on, Sony makes a bunch of really bad Spider-Man movies, 3 in a row. Yep,
Flop.
3 bad Spider-Man movies, and
Is this before Tobey Maguire? Or are you talking about Tobey Maguire?
the last Tobey Maguire movie, Spider-Man 3, then Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2, all bad movies. Nobody cares about them. So then Marvel starts talking. Marvel's been talking to all these people the whole time, being like, please, can we work out something to get our characters back? And finally, Sony says, sure, you can use Spider-Man in Civil War, and if that works out, then you can use Spider-Man in his own movie. Spider-Man appears in Civil War, smash it, makes a ton of money. Sony makes a bunch of money off of it, no problem. Make a solo Spider-Man movie. Sony gets all the film, all the revenue from the film. Marvel gets all the merchandising and all that crap. So that's the deal they have with Sony right now, and that's why they can use Spider-Man. Disney just bought Fox, and so that deal is happening right now.
Fox Searchlight.
Fox.
They don't know Fox News.
Not Fox News. All their film
Yeah.
company and all the media, the media empire,
20th century.
all that crap. So Fox owned X-Men, Fantastic Four. So now they're getting the rights back to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four at the end of this year. So I imagine next year
New
we'll
X-Men
probably
movies.
hear an announcement as to when they're going to do their own X-Men movie.
Not to
Deadpool-
mention they're starting their own streaming
Wait, but
service.
there's a new Deadpool coming, or there's already a new fucking
X-Men movie, yes. So that was already in production before all of this was signed or any of this
So
stuff.
all that fucking like Patrick Stewart's done, all those guys are done. They'll can everybody.
We have no idea what they're gonna do. Probably they're gonna reboot the whole thing. Dark Phoenix, this next X. That's a lot of people think that's why they didn't put X-Men in the title of the next one, is because this next X-Men movie is gonna be the last one in this like almost 20-year Fox
Continuing,
X-Men franchise.
It's been successful.
Oh yeah, the thing is, it's been up and down. So it's like it went on a huge downward spiral after X-Men 3 came out, and people thought that it was done. Then Matthew Vaughn came in and he made First Class, and that really reinvigorated. Then Days of Future Past was also really good,
Yeah.
and then the last few have not been as good. But Deadpool was really good. But so Deadpool was there in that Fox ownership, but he's coming to Disney now. So a lot of people think that because the Deadpool franchise is so successful and because the character himself is subversive and breaks the fourth wall, that Disney might just be able to be like, we're doing Deadpool 3 and we're not even going to touch on the fact that, or whatever. And so that might happen. The other thing is Disney don't do rated R movies. So if they do a Deadpool 3, it's not going to be rated R, which
maybe
sucks.
maybe not. Maybe they might continue with it. Like
It would
you
be,
can't make a business model only like I guess you can, but
that's what they've done.
it's true. I mean, yeah.
You
So
could
it's
also,
shitty.
you could also make, you could make you could push pretty far before you get to R.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just like,
It's not going to be a good Deadpool movie if it's not rated R. I just can't see it being.
Well, but there's lots of like really fucking offensive movies that aren't rated R.
yeah, it's just like with something when you've established a tone, and then it'll just feel like you're missing something. Like they weren't able to.
I just
push
like,
it.
what can't you do? You could fucking swear and kill people and blow their heads off.
Blood,
not rated R.
incredible violence. You can't say a bunch of swears. Like, you could say
You're
fuck,
you're
cunt.
limited-
You couldn't say fuck a whole bunch of times. Like
You're limited to like one fuck. and-
smoking,
Not
drinking,
one fuck.
smoking, drinking, all that stuff. You can only show in very specific ways. Like you can't have like people snorting cocaine. Like there's a lot of stuff you can't do.
They definitely, I don't think they'll do it without Ryan Reynolds because people aren't gonna fucking watch it.
Oh yeah,
Ryan
they
Reynolds
won't
won't-
reboot it.
Ryan Reynolds won't do
they-
it. I
they-
don't think unless it's rated R. Like,
Well, he's doing
Or
the
good
the PG-13 one.
but he had very specific conditions. For
I
it.
I know, but you got to think that if he was willing to, I see that as a play at showing Disney that you can do Deadpool PG-13. Like he's trying to justify Deadpool's existence in the MCU. So they're gonna do this one. If it makes money and it's successful, then I think Disney will be like, okay, we'll do Deadpool 3.
Is there any
It'll be
way that we
PG-13.
ever see Deadpool in an Avengers movie? Or on screen with any of the other Avengers?
Well, I think Avengers 4 is the last time we'll see the Avengers as we know them and love them. Because these people are getting old and can't keep making movies forever. So, yeah, I just don't think it'll be with Robert Downey Jr.
Like they'll never share the stage together?
Maybe in some weird, funny way down the line.
Is
not
an
this
X-Men reboot
way.
going to include Deadpool?
I would hope not, because he's not an X-Man.
Not
But
directly. Yeah.
it would be weird if they did that.
Or-
It would feel very like trying to force him into that team, which is like, I don't know, doesn't really fit in with those guys.
But he's also not an Avenger.
No. Well, I mean, he was like an X-Man for a while and an Avenger, but he doesn't fit in anywhere. So it would be funny to throw him in.
I'm really curious as to what's going to happen with this new Disney streaming service, because now they have all the rights to Fox. So does that mean they're going to have like Family Guy, Futurama, like all that shit?
Yeah, you'd think so.
On their streaming service.
Yeah, you think so, right?
Because like Netflix right now only has like the last couple seasons of all.
And that's
those.
all ending.
And will they change the Fox TV channel? Will they change the name of it and make it like this is the Docs movie channel or whatever?
Fox by Disney or
Fox by Disney.
Fox and the Hound.
Fox now. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they own all their TV stuff?
I'm not 100% sure how the merger works.
I'm sure
As
that's.
far as I know, it's like their
I'm sure they would
entertainment properties.
I'm sure they would make a play for that, especially if they're going for a competing streaming service to Netflix.
The big thing,
because they also own Hulu now. Fox owns Hulu.
the big thing was they wanted X-Men and Fantastic Four back. The whole deal basically happened because of those two properties. Like, as far as I understand it, Disney didn't really give a shit about anything that they have except that they wanted their two
And the
properties
Incredibles.
back. And is The Incredibles the 20th Century Fox thing? I don't know. No, that's a Disney thing. That's a Pixar.
No, the streaming service is very curious to see what's going to happen. Because like,
Thank you so much, everybody. Go ahead,
They-
Andrew.
for sure it's going to be successful, just based on the properties they already have. But like, if they have fucking like all the TV Fox properties, like that's crazy.
But they've confirmed they're doing a Loki series with Tom Hiddleston. They're gonna do a
Star
Scarlet
Wars.
Witch one
And
with that chick or Elizabeth Olsen.
And the Star Wars series based on the dude from Rogue One, the ethnic dude.
What the fuck's his name? Cassian Andor.
Cassian
from
Andor, yeah.
Rogue One. And then I don't know if that.
And they're bringing back the
Mandalorian-
Clone Wars. And they're bringing
Yes.
back Clone Wars animated series.
That's awesome. They're gonna wrap that series up with the final season, which is it really really needed.
It needs it bad, yeah. Which is exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it's until Disney starts doing bad stuff. I'll take away my support, but like, it's just the idea of a Marvel Studios Fantastic Four movie and a Marvel Studios X-Men movie. The Fantastic Four one's the one that interests me the most because it's never been done well. So I'm so excited for a new property.
The very first one wasn't terrible.
I would watch it again because it.
I remember thinking like it. Well, I remember I was young, I guess. So
I would. Yeah. It's
it wasn't as bad as the last one.
the second one.
Like where like, not that this matters. To me
Oh,
at all.
oh, I see. Yeah,
Like that one was just fucking garbage.
that one was really bad.
Like nothing about it was redeemable.
Because yeah, that's the thing I guess with the Fantastic Four movies that came out like a while ago, I didn't mind some of the casting. Like Chris Evans was a good Human Torch.
Okay, here we
Ewan
go.
Griffith was a good. He was a great Mr. Fantastic. I'll say that. I thought he was a great Mr.
Disney,
Fantastic.
with the agreement, Disney will acquire 20th Century Fox, which includes 20th Century Fox Television and Fox 21 Television Studios, as well as Fox Television Animation, 20th Century
That's
Fox
fucking
Animation,
crazy. So they're gonna have everything. They're gonna have The Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad.
20th Century Fox
Futurama.
Home Entertainment, Fox Searchlight Pictures, Fox 2000 Pictures, Fox Networks, including FX, Fox Network Group
Holy
International,
fuck.
73% of.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Always Sunny.
73,
Sons of Anarchy. Louie.
73% of National Geographic, Star India, and Disney owns 30% of Hulu. Fox owns 30% of Hulu, so they'll get Fox's 30% and they'll own 60% of Hulu.
So yeah, then they'll control it.
So they're just gonna turn Hulu into fucking the Disney streaming service.
Okay, new Fox will be Fox's new company.
New Fox.
So that'll be Fox Broadcasting Company,
That's a
Fox
bad
Television Stations Group, Fox News Channel, Fox Business Network, Fox Sports Media Group.
So all their television except for the animation.
Yeah.
And like they're like
No, including the animation.
fictional. No, I mean like they'll keep owning all their television except for animation and fictional.
Yes, yeah.
Like all their news, sports.
The acquisition was 52.4 billion
That's
in stock.
That's yeah.
So this is so weird because they're giving them Disney stock in exchange for their assets.
It'd probably be so much more valuable than just like like an outright buyout. Like that, I can't imagine how much money they will make.
It's just
off
funny
that.
because they'll own less. They'll still own part of their own companies.
Yeah.
Through their ownership of Disney.
They'll be making a profit off of it.
But there's no way Disney gave away any amount of control in shares.
No.
No, it'll be all equity stake, but it's still like 52 billion of Disney's.
It's just Fox will have
What's
to do
Disney worth?
Fox will have to do no work and get a nice check in the mail every year.
Yeah.
And then we can have good Fantastic Four movies and good.
Like, I will absolutely buy that streaming service if I have access to all of those fucking TV properties on a streaming service.
It'd be incredible.
All the Family Guy, all that shit. Fuck yeah, I'm on board.
Like fuck, they own a lot of Disney.
It is very scary to think about how nothing will be
Like
even.
Disney's only worth $100 billion. Like Fox is getting $54 billion in shares.
Well, there's got to be something not quite adding up there because there's no Disney wouldn't give them 50% of the.
No, but still.
I mean, does that?
There's different classes of shares.
And that's
though,
saying,
too.
and can shares have a potential worth? Like, can that factor in?
Hold on, give me a second.
I'm sure it does a little bit. It'd be what they're worth at the time. Because the price goes up and down. It would just have to be based on what they're worth.
And
Right
like
now, would be
Disney, like, are you looking at Disney as the holding company of all these things? Like, or is this Disney as? Because like there would be Disney, the media thing that makes movies. Then there would be like some Disney holding company that controls all these things.
Yeah, they probably got.
Disney, the media company, or Disney as the whole, like the park and everything with the brand.
That's the thing is
The
like,
merchandising.
they paid $4 billion for Star Wars like it was nothing.
Because it wasn't.
Yeah,
nothing.
It was nothing. It was
I
like
can't believe it was
here's a quarter, George Lucas, flick it, hits him in the
I
forehead.
can't believe
like, get out of here.
because the second that they gave him $4 billion, they made that back in merchandising.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. That's the piece of Disney that no one ever. I always forget about. It's like, yeah, there's these films, they make billions of dollars, whatever. Then there's the fucking merchandising giant that makes 4 times what any
The
any
theme
film
park
could
also
hope
makes
to
so
make.
much money.
Yeah.
Well,
Theme parks.
But the theme parks themselves are like, they're pretty limited to how much money they can make because it's like you can only get so many people through the doors
Yeah,
of
oh
a
yeah,
physical
certainly.
place. But like in terms of selling shit,
Oh, they sell tons of shit. I wonder what the assets of Family Guy are worth.
probably quite a bit.
Oh yeah, hundreds of millions of dollars.
I was gonna say just Family Guy, American Dad, Futurama, like all those properties alone are worth
Well, they're billions.
billions. And
Simpsons is
merchandising
worth-
and
Anyway, we gotta go because we're getting way over time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I'm your host, Francois Denishin, and tune in next time for...
Stay tuned, where in one of the following episodes we call the sheriff's department at Manawak County
in Wisconsin.
and we tell them that Bobby Dassey did it.
Because we're getting sick of this.
Yeah. And we're going to finally do something about it.